Hey guys, Luke from RIGd here. Wanted to take a minute and talk to you about the UltraSwing, why we made it, and some of the key features and accessories that we designed for it. So first off, we made the UltraSwing because we wanted a way to carry a full-size spare tire and swing an accessory like a bike rack and have a place to mount things like a camp table, rotor packs, max tracks, and really there was nothing on the market that did all this in a package that we were happy with. So first off, the wheel plate. Our wheel plate is obviously removable and also adjustable. So we have 3 positions of adjustability from up to a 35 all the way down to something more like a 31. And if you're running a smaller tire, the great thing about that is you can improve your rear visibility by keeping it lower. Also, all our wheel plates are designed with an angle, and what that does is keep the load more centered over the carrier as opposed to straight up and down, is actually pulling everything back. Also aesthetically, on something like a 4Runner, it's matching the rear hatch line, and in our opinion, it just looks better that way. Another thing to talk about is the utility we built into this plate. So even without a tire, you can actually run a rotor packs directly mounted on the front side of this tube. So we've got 2 height positions as well as both orientations for rotor packs, and also some holes that work great for a high lift mounted horizontally. And as you can see when we open this thing, we've actually got holes blown all the way down the sides as well as on this gusset. And what that does is just give us a lot more options for mounting accessories like the RIGd Fabrication Ultra Plate, which has become one of the best-selling accessories along with the FrontRunner camp table. And that combo is super rad. It's what I run most of the time. Definitely a bestseller for us. We also have mounts like this rotor packs mount, so super simple, bolts on the side, can mount it at any height, and this is ideal if you're running either a single rotor packs or a 4-gallon mounted horizontally. So one of the most important things for us in developing the UltraSwing was the ability to carry bikes. We almost always have bikes with us when we go out on a trip, and so we wanted something that was completely practical to carrying our bikes and then also having obviously our full-size spares on there. So the way we accomplished that was by having this offset secondary receiver. The reason it's offset is because on a modern mountain bike particularly, wheelbases just keep getting longer every year. And to get the full clearance you need on a rear hatch or tailgate, we needed that extra length to make sure that no matter how long your bike is, that you're gonna have the room to get that bike swung all the way out of the way and not obstruct the access to the back of your rig at all. Another thing to note is if you're running a spare tire and also running a bike rack, you're gonna wanna probably use a hitch extension. So this is our wob knot. It's got 3 positions of adjustability from 6 to 8 inches. And this just plugs in here, tighten this anti-wobble mechanism that we have in here, and you can be rocking and rolling with any bike rack, Thule, 1UP, Yakima, Kuat, you name it, it'll work well on there. So another thing to talk about is license plate relocation. So we wanted to make something as easy as possible without really any additional cost or parts needed. So what we have is on most Toyotas, your factory M6 bolts, you pull those straight out of your rig and they bolt to these pre-tapped holes, and that's your license plate just like that. So another thing to talk about with our UltraSwing is the latch that we chose to use. So when deciding on a latch, one of the big priorities was we wanted something super user-friendly and convenient to be using in daily driving, whether it's you or your wife using the rig. So what we came up with was this 500-pound compression latch, as well as a secondary safety pin. So this pin is going to come with this tactical carabiner, which is a great way to not have it get lost when you're out in the sand or snow. And this pin serves 2 functions. One, it's a way to dissipate load away from the latch in a more severe off-road application, and just to keep everything safe and secure if there ever was to be some sort of failure. And then also, this is the latch you use to keep the UltraSwing open. So go ahead and open this, and you can see we have 4 positions of adjustability from 180 all the way down to, this is actually 92.5. Very specifically because we found, particularly on 5th gen 4Runners with around a 33-inch tire, 92.5 still clears the rear hatch, 90 hit. So there you go, 92.5. So this pin, just demonstrate for you at any position. You go ahead and just pop it in there, and you're locked in place. Another thing is we designed the latch to have some adjustability. So every UltraSwing comes pre-assembled in the box. We personally test the feel to make sure that it's functioning exactly how we designed it to. But with that, we also include 2 of these spacers. So if you desire an even more positive feel to the latch, you can undo this Allen bolt and insert up to 2 of these spacers just to fine-tune the feel. So another question we get a lot is about the UltraSwing wobbling, and how much it wobbles, or if it wobbles at all, since it's mounted in a hitch receiver. And the answer is that it honestly doesn't wobble at all. And the way we accomplish that is with this wedge mechanism. So this solid machined wedge, which is super easy to install into the receiver. It's placed like this with a bolt that runs through from inside the center of this receiver. And as this is tightened and expanding in the receiver, it's going to eliminate virtually all the wobble that you might get, even with a tire, bikes, fuel, etc. So one of our favorite accessories is the RIGd Fabrication Ultra Plate. We worked really closely with RIGd on this and designed it specifically for the UltraSwing, and it's sort of just a blank canvas for whatever you might want to mount to the UltraSwing. Probably the most popular setup though is running the front runner camp table. Thanks again for watching, guys. If you like this video, give it a like. If you want to see more content like this, hit subscribe. If you have any questions, feel free to leave us a comment or shoot us an email, info@rigsupply.com. We look forward to hearing from you, and we'll see you on the trails.